What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and Chrissy. All right, this is episode 147, and we're back at it with a double hitter. House of the Dragons, 2 weeks in a row. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
I'm cold, man. This basement freezing. I'm gonna have to get the heat working. I know it's hot during the day,
Yeah,
but this basement get chilly. How you doing, G?
the legs hurt, man.
Oh,
Watts is
squatting 350.
225. That's about it. I had two
Okay,
plates.
okay.
I had 2 plates for the first time, and I don't know how long, bro. And I'm feeling the repercussions of my actions, bro. But other
Hey,
than
stronger.
that, I'm chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get into this House of the Dragon, bro. Because as expected, this episode was more of a, calm episode.
Snooze fest.
Yeah, pretty much. But I figure we talk about it just because it's like they still had some moments within it, and just we got to see, what the I guess what the aftermath of the latest Battle of the Dragons was, because there was a lot of questions that were left in the last episode, whether, um Aegon was alive or dead, or what Damon's his real true intentions are. So we're gonna get into all that stuff in today's episode. But first things first, Rhaenys. The news hit the town. Start off with the Lord of Driftmark, Corlys. How's you feeling about just how this episode opened, bro?
Because like you said, we're coming off a super high episode. The most anticipated one. Dragons dueling. It's kind of hard to follow that up.
Yeah.
So I was fine with it opening super slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the early scenes was also when they dragged the head through the keep too, right?
Yep. Dude, Dragon, or not Dragon, King's Landing.
Yeah, everything kind of seemed expected, nice and slow start, and I was like, all right, cool, we're here. I just didn't know it was gonna go on for the whole episode, bro. Like that's how I was feeling. Like I was accepting it. I was cool. I get it. We can't have action-packed dragon or action-packed. We need setup. It's a TV show and one of the best. So you have to do some setup. But damn, bro, there was a lot of setup in this episode that I was not expecting. But how are you feeling the first few scenes?
I wanted to see that pain, bro. Like, I wanted to see youngins like hurting for Rhaenys, like I was hurting for Rhaenys, bro. Because I think if you open it up and make it seem like not as big of a deal as it really was, like
They showed the other side, huh?
Yeah, how detrimental like both sides of the conflict, are feeling. Whether it's Alicent looking at her son's charred body, him calling for mommy, or
Little Two-Face.
Corlys, yeah, or Corlys, just alone in the tomb, as he'd call it, bruh. I just wanted to see, each character's reactions to what had occurred, and they hit it right on the head for me. Like, as far as expectations for this, mainly I just wanted to see, what they were going to do in King's Landing, as far as like who's going to be the boss now. And then 2, how is Corlys going to like really react to his wife's death? Is he going to be pouting, or is he?
How'd you feel about his reaction?
I think for him, I think it makes sense, just because it's like he had moments where he was like full of passion and full of like vigor and trying to, say like what we need to do and stuff like that. But like, I really wanted him to really weep, bruh. Like, but he
Okay, you want him crying tears into the sea.
Yeah, like I wanted him to just like fall to this, because like for his last conversation to be an argument,
Never good.
Never good, bruh. Never good. So, that's kind of what I was expecting. And even though like he didn't fully break down or anything like that, it's still fresh wound. You know what I'm saying? But his conversation with Lena or Bayla?
Bela.
Bayla. Yeah, his conversation with Bayla um really was like probably my favorite part of this episode, just because it's like, yo, we still got stuff to do, man. Like
Mm.
you can sit here cry all you want, but like
Yeah. Moms wouldn't want us to be doing that, and moms
yeah,
didn't go out like that.
yeah, I'm trying to be like grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And grandma.
yeah, and he was trying he hit her with the, oh, do you want to be my heir now? Now you want me to be your heir. You know what I'm saying? Before you wasn't
Nah,
even
that was
really
like the
rocking
best
with me.
bar.
Yeah, she was like my what she say? My heart is filled with
Blood
blood
and
and
fire.
fire. I was like, oh, I had to run that back. I was like, I'm gonna steal that bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
That's how you
Instagram.
do it. Yeah. So like, as far as like what I expected from this episode, so I pretty much got what I wanted. Um, Now I do agree that it was kind of slow in some portions, just because other characters are gonna have to start taking on bigger roles, and one of those characters is Jasaris, bro. Young Jace.
Young Jace.
How you feeling about young Jace at this point?
Nah, I like the way he moving. He got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
His aura
He got
is there.
motion. He got
Is
motion, bro.
there. Like at first, when you first see him on screen, you're a little nervous. Like,
Mhm.
am I gonna like this guy or not? But like, it looks like they setting this man up for some nice scenes, and it looks like he is contributing. He is doing his own thing.
Yeah,
Stepping out there where maybe his plan, we don't know how it's gonna go. Especially, I mean,
because he lied.
um, like overall, like technically that plan may not have ended well after you losing one dragon. You're technically in war, and not to tell moms about the plan or what you're planning to do.
Yeah.
It actually went good,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna see maybe more fruits of that next episode. But overall, it just kind of feels like this character is finally getting his moment, and it seems solid. Like I really can't hate. I just think that he actually is making moves.
Yeah.
Uh, Unlike some people that are stuck in Heron Hall that are
Mm.
just dreaming about their moms, and I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna get that later. We're gonna get that
Yeah.
later. What do you think about Jace?
I'm rocking with Jace, bro. Because Jace
The
is
real
like,
heir?
yeah, like he has, like you saying, he has like a certain aura around it, even from when he was young, where it was like he wasn't really trying to pick no fights, but he finished them, like beat,
Yeah, yeah,
and the way he was talking to them twins, which I didn't even recognize that it was twins at first. I didn't get that until they had said that later on. But like, you know, you see, he was like basically like, yo, you worried about protection of or fear of a dragon that's not even here. I got my dragon right across the way. You not worried about
yeah.
me? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me in my face like that. Like, that's the kind of energy I was getting from him. And then um even with his conversation with Bela of like, yo, like, you know, how's the saying go? Like, um ask for permission later or something like that. Like, take action, something. But basically, like, I don't know how to. What is the saying? I don't know.
Yeah,
Y'all know in the comments. Write it down in the comments
yeah.
what I'm
Write
trying
it
to
down in the
say.
comments. I need to
But
know.
yeah, well, basically, it's like, yo, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and even though it's like, I know it's not the best plan, but asking for forgiveness is better than asking for permission. Something like that. It's something like that. But that turned into a moment where, like, him and Rainier was able to like really bond over the fact of like what it's like to be an heir versus like what's it like to be an heir and even the queen, and still not being able to pursue and do the things that men are able to do, just for the nature of like the times that they're living in, essentially. um so it's like, because at that point, she's been fighting her council since day one, as far as like her strategies and plans for how to move forward. And I think them two finding common ground will be able to present them with like more strength in the near future, bruh. So I'm super excited for what they got going on. The Blacks is they might have took a loss, but they're still coming out strong as far as like continuity goes, you know. Now, the Greens on the other hand, the Greens, they are all out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
First, you bring the Dragon's head through the gates, and then you get a usurper's throne usurped by his own brother, and nobody's willing to admit it. Do you think that this was Aegon's plan all along? Or do you think it was like another situation where, Vagar kind of, I don't want to blame it on Vagar, but like, Vagar took things too far as like,
That big boy gotta go.
it's a girl, but
Yeah, she gotta go. She gotta be stopped. I saw you sent me like this thing of comparing
all
the
the
dragon
names,
sizes. Yo,
yeah,
gotta go. Way too
second
big.
biggest, bruh.
Yeah, way too big.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I definitely think this was all part of their plan.
Okay.
I personally didn't think it at first,
Mm-hmm.
but after seeing this episode and the way that Cole was moving the whole time,
Yeah.
I do believe they had it set up that uh he's gonna be dumb enough. He's gonna come down here and fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because they set up that whole like I want to get on a dragon, I want to lead or whatever. Like episode 3, I want to say
Yeah.
when he was like suiting up and stuff. So when episode 4 happened, and now
Like right after the baby beheaded.
yeah, it makes me think when he said like idiot, it was more like, damn, you are an idiot. Like like not like oh you're ruining it. It's like
Yeah.
wow, he really did come. He flew all the way down here like an idiot, and we just gonna have to throw it in motion because we did hint at it in the pod last time.
Mm-hmm.
We both sort of agreed it looked like he was going in for the kill shot,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, they're gonna catch me. I can't make it too obvious, so it is what it is."
Mm-hmm.
But the plan worked anyway. Like you
Yeah.
didn't even have to kill him. Now we got to throw him for a little bit. Let's hold on to it, and then once he's functional, maybe we're not gonna give it back.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you on that one, brother. Just because what I saw, like when he said idiot, I was just like, yo, that was not part of the plan. Because even Chris and Cole said it wasn't part of the plan to the Olivia's brother, not Olivia, but Allison's brother. And it was just like I think it was like more of a in the moment thing when he realized like, yo, they're both right here. I can kill two birds with one stone. And he just went for it. And unfortunately
Really?
for him, he survived. So instead of it being like a situation where he just gets the throne off right, like period, because Aegon is dead. Now he gets the throne, but he has to really hope that Aegon does not come back. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
feel you.
Because, if you didn't think that Aegon looked like his daddy before, definitely look like him now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was like a product of circumstance, and it was just like Christian Cole's in the spot where this whole time, every time he's made so much progress from just being a nobody to now being the hand to the king, where all the way up until this point, he has had people like kind of just not backstab him, but kind of like throw it in his face that it's like he's not really worthy of his position. Like you're only here because of this. You're only here because of that. Like you're not a noble, you're not highborn or anything like that. Like you really shouldn't be here. But now this is like his one and only chance of, you know, somebody like Aemon who sees him for who he really is, quote unquote, you know, and as an asset, like this is the only way he can really like get power in the sense of like we really did this, you know, because him and Aemon been planning this whole time. Like we were saying, like they were planning on how to really win outside of what the council got going on. But now it's like now we are the council, you know. So that's why I think that council meeting was so important, bro, because it just set the stage of like, all right, this is really how the rest of the show's finna go. You know, if Aegon had not survived, I think that um things would have been a lot more seamless for them. And now this gives, you know, Rhaenyra and them an actual chance because you just cut ties off. There's no nothing else to worry about, you know. But with him still being alive, like Allison still has some room to wiggle and get the
You
whispers
think
of a
so?
dying man. Yes, because this is what she did before, bruh.
I don't think she got no wiggle no more. I think this episode kind of showed that uh they ain't gonna listen to her. They done cut her off, and she thought because she was slinging that way for Cole that he
Mm-hmm.
would back her up when in the time she needed him to.
Yeah.
And when he didn't, I think she just came to the realization like, dang, I'm gonna have to do something slimy. We got to open up the Cersei bag or something.
But it's not even just Cole. It's Strong too. You know, Strong didn't back her either, and she put him in position. So it's it's more so of a thing that like I'm just sitting here wondering like, yo, like is Allison gonna be one of those people that, you know, kind of can make something out of nothing, like what Tyrion was able to do in Game of Thrones, or like is she gonna do like how you're saying, just kind of fall back into her like despair, where you know conversations happening around her, and she's just left there with no leg to stand on. You know, like I think like because she's proved to have done it before, where it don't take much for her to like all she needs is for that king to whisper something. No matter if they really conscious or not, she can spin it
I feel like she
in
had
whichever way
power then,
she.
though. She was literally like the acting king at that point.
True.
Like this episode officially, that vote pretty much officially pushes her out of any type of say so completely. You know,
I'm
like
not mad at that.
the king's gonna have to come back. But I feel like deep down, that's kind of why after this episode, I feel like it was the plan for. They were thinking he was gonna be stupid and come down, and they would enact the plan because they were talking the whole time. They were making these maneuvers.
Okay.
And it all just kind of matches up that, oh, look at that, now he's on the throne. And
Yeah.
oh, it's okay that we didn't stab him in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
He can go sit over there barely breathing, and let's say he does wake up, you ain't getting the throne back, bro. Like we've seen what it was like with you running it. You know, I'm running it over here, and everything's going good. So you just sit over there, and you know, to be honest, Allison's just gonna have to call in Papa. Get him conniving through the castle again, and get the throne back for old Two Face. But right
So it
now,
sounds
definitely
like
it's gone.
it sounds like you agree with me because
No, like
everything you just said is what I said, but
no,
from like a different vantage point. So
like
like
so. The first thing is, I do think it was Cole and Eamon's plan. You don't believe that.
I
You
don't
think it was
believe.
Coinky Dink.
So look, I don't believe this is where we go into conspiracy land. I don't believe that it was their plan at that moment.
Okay.
Like I
Yeah.
think their actual plan to
So
take
yeah, two different things. Yeah.
yeah, so I think their actual plan for the um that battle was for, them to draw out the dragon and then for Vagar to be able to sneak attack,
Yeah.
right? But I do think that they had an overarching plan of like, how am I going to take the throne?
Yeah. How would they? But that's what I'm saying. How would they have done that if the normal plan works?
I think it was more of a longer drawn out plan of like how can we not only win this war but kind of just make it so that I end up on the throne anyway. Because now it's like, yes, he's acting king, but when they walk through the streets of King's Landing, everybody's talking about. I mean, even Chris and Cole is talking about like your king slew this dragon, and they're not talking about Aemon. They're talking about Aegon,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because
a
he's still
lie.
alive. Now, I do think that if Christian Cole did not pull up before Aemon got there, he probably would have went ahead and killed Aegon. I do agree with that. Like I do agree that Aemon this whole time has really been plotting to get to the throne. I do think that, but I don't think that. Like I think it was more of a plan of a coincidence where they was able to enact the plan off E. That's just where I'm standing with it, but I think both ways kind of work. It's just like depends on when do you think the actual like intent began. Like I don't think both of them knew that Aegon was going to go up. I mean, Aemon was going to go up there and body the king like that. I think that was just Aemon's call,
Mm,
and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna roll with it because at this point, everybody's scared of Aemon, even Christian Cole. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So like that's why I say like when she's gonna have to Alice is gonna have to pull out some her getting her Tyrion back because she's gonna have to go and get Otto now to come back to try to get some semblance of power back in her favor
Yeah, yeah. But that's what
in
I'm
the
saying. This
future.
episode, like she lost all her power. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't have any right now at all,
Mm-hmm.
and that was due to the Christian uh uh Colin Aemon's pretty much plot
Yeah. I like.
because she was kind of shocked that he done switched up so much, and him saying like, oh, you've seen the horrors I've seen. Like
Mm-hmm.
we need a dragon rider leading us.
Right.
To me, all that's way too convenient. It sounds like y'all been plotting this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That one battle did not just shock this man into thinking Aemon should be on the throne. You know what I mean? Like this is a long thought out plan. And did it go exactly how they thought? They probably hoped he died in battle. He didn't, but I think they realized that no, we got it. We literally got them checkmate. Even if I'm king and he wakes up, we'll break his leg or kick him down the stairs or whatever and stay in power. And
Well,
Allison, I think they know Allison can't do nothing. Like I'm the hand of the king, and you're next in line. I mean, what is Allison gonna do? She has no say so anymore, and that's why in this episode she realized that too, because she really needed someone at the table just to be like, oh well, no, she still has some type of power, but everyone realized it. Girl, you're old news.
yeah, I'm inclined to agree to that, but I. So, do you think Christian Cole's like uh hesitance, not at the table, but after that, when Allison confronts him about where his loyalties lie, was
Yep.
of a like, dang, I hate to do this to you, shorty, but this is what we got to do moment, or was like, I'm scared of Aemon, so I'm going with what he said, even though because this didn't, none of this has helped Christian Cole because Aegon was the one that pointed him to the hand of the king. Yes, him and Aemon were planning, but that was more a military standpoint. So what do you take from that conversation that they had, as far as like, I don't want to call it the official breakup, but like it's something.
I just think he like solidified his spot as the hand of the king. Like before, it's kind of like a goofy, a a not all the way there person putting you in power, and sure you pretty much have to be their lackey, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
with what
man.
he's done, the whole kingmaker stuff, and now he survived this battle. It's not like he's just there because the king wants him there. Now he's officially like, yo, Aemon does trust me. He does believe me. And to be honest, now I'm completely separated from that whole Allison thing because Aemon's not like this with Allison, you know?
Yeah. You seen
Like
how
not,
he looked at her? He looked at her
yo, did you see him
like,
at the table?
yeah, he was
This man
like, man, you thought, you thought they was about to rock with you.
this man be like duck face.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, stop. Like change your face, man. But yeah, it just reminds me kind of like once you get in that position of power, then you kind of make your own circle. So then you're
Mm-hmm.
like other people can't control you. So now he's actually like a hand.
Yeah.
There is no influence on him, and
Mm-hmm.
really he's just gonna try to moat himself around that table now. And maybe his character is partly trying to do that whole like white knight thing where I'm a man to my code on certain aspects, and because of the royal lineage, I gotta follow this, even though clearly this dude don't care about being a white cloak and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's probably like a blend of that. But yeah, just Allison getting the short end of the stick, and dang it just wasn't good enough for Cole. They didn't have that much power.
So my take on that situation was he's between a rock and a hard place because, you know, if he doesn't back Aemon's claim to the throne, then he doesn't look like a competent hand to the rest of the council. And that the rest of the council don't know his relationship with Allison to that degree.
Oh, they know.
So
They know. Remember, because one of the maesters already knew the black one.
yeah, but that don't mean that he knew there was Kristen Cole though. That's all I'm saying. Like it was never
Yeah,
like outright
yo, they know, bro. They know.
like of course because he was her right hand man this whole time that they had a relationship, but it's like it wasn't like you only here because Allison is here type thing at first.
Mhm.
But now it's like you were saying, like he could stand on his own 2 feet. So the reason why I say that is because to me, if it was all a part of the plan for, you know, aiming to take the throne, I feel like because of his character, he would have been a lot more smug and a lot more confident after his performance in the High Council. He looked at her like, you know, I don't want to do this, but I got to do this type of
You think
energy.
so? Wow.
Because think about when uh he was losing his mind when
Mm.
in the first season when Rhaenyra basically was like when he found out about her and Damon, right? And he was just like basically like did a whole 180 on her, and that how he was talking to her after that point, right? Because at first he was all on her body. Now he on her. Now he on Allison body. He was like, I'm the man. I'm the man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm.
do this type beat. Like and now after all this time, you don't think he would have that same type of confidence and like yeah, I used to just be your consort, but now I'm really him. Like
I kind of felt like he showed that he was like, nah, we're gonna be led by a dragon, right? He tried to save her that whole like man, the king is horrible. Like you know, you don't want to just blurt it out like that. Like the king can't lead nobody. I've been to
Yeah.
war these past couple weeks. If you saw the stuff I saw, you would know who needs
That
to be
right
king.
there, that moment right there. If you saw what I saw,
Yeah, he said that though.
yeah, but I think that comes from a place of fear and trauma from
Okay.
him picking up, trying to pick up his man's and him
Yeah.
turning to ash right in front of him. Like, I think because of that, he's making the rational decision and not the loyalty decision to get Aemon on the throne. And even though that's why I think like it's not a decision that he wants to make, but it's a decision like he's like, yo, this is the I hate to break it to you, but this is just what we got to do at this point. Like I done seen it, I done been there. That's why I'm thinking like it was not part of the plan. The plan was for them to win, obviously, but like Aegon was never supposed to be there because the only reason why he was there was because Alicent basically told him that you ain't nothing and you should just shut up and not do anything. And he got drunk and went riding, you know, and then that's just what happened to him. That's why I think it's so important that he's still alive because that's the only hope that Alicent has at getting any semblance of power back into her hands, and that's my final take
Yeah.
on that. You know,
Yeah, and you think it's Coinky Dink, right?
certain aspects, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I think it's plot armor. Like I think
Yeah,
if it
just
doesn't,
kind of like this
if
is
this,
the options that were presented to each character. They
yeah,
all went their chosen doors, and this is the outcome. Yeah,
yeah, like if that
and
doesn't happen, then we don't get as good of a story later on.
yeah,
Like I
I
think
just
this makes
think
for a
when
better
it
story.
was suspicious when he was getting all those orders, secret orders, going here, going there, and then them showing that oh they're plotting behind the king's back anyway, doing the
Mm-hmm.
war because they already think he's stupid.
Yeah,
Like after seeing the last episode, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm on team. This was the plan the whole time. They were trying to figure out a way to weasel onto the throne, and yeah, I think they just believe he was that much of an idiot that he came to the battle and was like, "Yo, I'm a dragon rider. Let's do this." And they're like,
mm,
"But hey, Cole got power, and Alicent lost all hers.
yeah.
We'll
Let's,
see. We'll see what happens because
yeah,
we need some spice now. We need some political power
debauchery.
grab. Yeah, treachery.
Yeah, backstabbing. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all think it was a quinky dink or it was on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Because I could see it both ways, honestly. To be
Yeah, yeah,
honest.
definitely for sure.
Now let's get to everybody's favorite character, Damon.
Yo, how
Damon.
can the down all-star level performance last year, MVP level season 1? Yo, this man on the bench.
He down bad, bro. He's
Oh
down
man.
tremendously, and it's not because of where he lays his head. I'm not giving him that excuse anymore, bro. I think that this is just a bad plan. Like straight up. Because if he got out of his own ego, they could win so much easier. And I don't want to say it's frustrating to see it because like just based upon how he grew up and what we learned in this episode and like how highly he thinks of himself to think that he deserved to marry his own brother's dead wife.
I mean, that was random. That was
That
some
was crazy. I'm like,
there's
yo, who
some
is
deep
this?
psychological stuff that I would have to like I need another YouTuber to explain it to me.
I'm like, yo, why is she here, bro?
Like, yo, if
Like,
I read that in a book, I would be
yeah.
so confused.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I would read it and say, I have no idea what you're trying to tell me, so let's just skip to the next chapter.
I'm weak. So Damon's all over the place, but he has stated his claim that either I'm gonna win or I'm gonna die. He's putting all his cards on the table.
And when he wins, He's king,
Yep. Not king consort.
not king consort.
Straight up king, bro. So what else could we even say at that point? You know?
I
It's
mean, I
just
guess
like,
we could say we saw it coming. Like we knew
yeah.
deep down he always wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but man, this Harren Hall saga is rough, man. I kind
Yeah.
of wish they rewrote this or did it in a different way. It just seems so long and dragged out. Uh, I'm sure Rhaenyra is sending someone, one of her council members, to the Harren Hall to figure out Damon's plan, and we're gonna get a banger episode from that.
Yeah.
But dang, this is a long, drawn out, maybe 3 episode plot line just to
Skippable.
show,
Skippable side quest.
yeah, just to show Damon's true nature, Damon's
Mm-hmm.
true planning. And like you said,
Yeah.
it does kind of just seem like a bad plan. Like it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna help. And why? Like why
Yeah.
now? This is not the time to be really plotting like this.
Yeah. And it's like Harren Hall is not even the place to be like, yeah, this is where I want to do it at. You know? Like, why go there out of all places, bro? You know, and I get that it's like a strategical place for the Riverlands and like,
The king wanted it.
yeah, he did. But he's
That's a
stupid.
clear sign that you should not be there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And everybody, it's like everybody that pulls up there, it's like, yo, what are we doing? Like, this is lunacy. This is barbaric. Like, everything that he has tried has not worked or has made things worse. And
Yeah,
the only
definitely
thing
after
he's
this
getting out
episode.
of it, yeah, the only thing he's getting out of it is some bad sleep, bro. But I will say that even though this like portion of the episodes have been like, oh, now we're back here. Like, I just want them to get past this part.
That's how I'm feeling.
It looks like the sequences are cool to me though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like visually speaking, like I was just like, yo, what the heck is going on? Like stories play, I'm like, yo, why are we doing this? But like visually, I'm like, yo, this is insane. How do you go from like this to like a bloody scene to a dinner table? And it's just like, oh, do you like this goat? I was like, bro, what is going on? This man's losing his mind, bro.
Yeah, he's
And
tripping.
they keep bringing up this girl, for some reason. Like I don't see what like is she about to? Yeah, but it's like she about to be the new shorty or something. Like, what is?
Yeah, I definitely think they just have her in as like, on Game of Thrones they have like the witches and some
Is she a
magic
real
stuff.
witch though?
Yeah,
What has
for
she done,
sure.
bruh? What has
Like
she done so
for
far?
sure she's a real witch. And you know, Game of Thrones does have this type of I don't know, other side to it. It's not just swords and political, like they do
Yeah,
have a little magic.
mythical
So I'm cool with it being there.
fantasy.
I'm just like, yo, this is long. Like let's,
Yeah.
like you said, it looks good, and I know it's setting up some good stuff. Like they really want to show,
Mm-hmm.
take time with him breaking down and what's going on, because that whole mother scene was, I don't know,
Yeah.
but damn, I kind of wish I could just had one Harren Hall 1 hour
Well, that wasn't
episode.
his mother. That was
His
Viserys' wife.
Viserys's what was it?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
Rhaenyra's mom. That was Rhaenyra's mom.
Yeah, and he was like, why weren't you born first or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Because then you would have been king and we would have
Yep.
got married. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of like, I would have enjoyed one of those really spooky episodes where it's like him normal, then he's getting slowly broken down at the end of the episode. We're kind of wrapped up on Harren Hall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we see a later episode where Rhaenyra says, go check on this man Daemon. What is he doing down there? And we already know not only is this dude crazy, but also he's not on Team Black. I don't know what he's on now, to be honest.
Yeah, he on Team Daemon.
Yeah, and then we catch back up to him in like a crazy state.
Mm-hmm.
Having these small episodes where, like you're saying, uh, we randomly just get where he's kind of loopy, or he's in a dream state, or I don't know, he's talking to the witch.
Uh-oh. Hello. He's frozen.
I'm back now. That's
Okay.
crazy.
What did you say?
Uh, like just going back and forth with these dream states, and then like showing that he's loopy,
Yeah.
and then going back and forth the witch. Every time it comes up, it is a longer segment of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and it just slows so much that I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to get out of here. I just get me out.
It's giving Thriller bark, bro. Giving Thriller
Yeah,
bark.
like you said, it's like a side quest there. Every
Yeah.
time Damon's on the screen, and he was a major main pot stirrer, and you know how
Mm-hmm.
any character who stirs the pot is gonna be one of my favorite characters. And man, they really sidelined him this season.
Yeah. It it's like would you say it's reminiscent of like Brand's character? Of like, this guy gotta be
Yeah,
important. But it's just like,
yeah, kind of like something here is important,
yeah,
but I'm not.
I don't
This
really
ain't the
care right now.
main. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
really don't care about it that much that right now. And
Yeah.
then like later on when we were really waiting for those brand episodes to pay off,
Mm-hmm.
like we were just like, yo, what's going on? Like, so I'm not gonna say it's wasting my time. It's just like, yo, this is really dragging, and it
Yeah.
after I'm not gonna lie, after the whole episode, I was like, yo, I stayed up for this.
Mm.
I'm going to bed. Like, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully this pays off, bro. I mean,
I don't know about next episode.
yeah. I think it's a two ball.
Yeah,
I think it's
and hopefully Otto comes back. It's a good theory.
it's gonna take a while for him to get that message though. Like by Raven and then for him to get there. Like she might be under the stairs by then, you know? But one of the last things I want to bring up and talk about was Helena conversation, or not even a conversation. You can't call it a conversation, but what she said to Eamon at the end. Was it worth it? How you feeling about
Iconic,
that, bro? Yeah, like
iconic line. Some Thanos.
Thanos was
Um,
right. Say no.
yeah. So she has some like predictive powers, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's like a seer, but like
Yeah.
she speaks in
So
riddles.
yeah. So I think she knows, bro. I think
She
she
knows
knows the
something we don't
ultimate
know.
plot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she knows something we don't know, bro. So it's something
So
to keep in mind.
ah, I'm just kind of like I don't know exactly what she knows. I just think she knows that it was completely planned,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even think he's gonna end up liking the throne, bro. Like deep
Yeah.
down, I think he's like, yo, I actually did it, and this is cool, but wow, this is still not what I wanted. Like I'm still dead
Mm-hmm.
inside. Like
Yep.
I don't know. That's
Not
how I'm
gonna be able
feeling.
to pull up to his favorite spot no more.
Brothel.
Yep. Gonna be
Nah,
sick.
he gonna be there the next day. How do you feel about her? Because she does seem like one of those sneaky characters that's we're just waiting for her moment, right?
Yeah. Every episode I'm waiting for her to say something. And sometimes like earlier on when they brought the body in there and it was pulling all the stuff off and whatever, she saw the casket or whatever, the box. And I was like, say something. What do you know? What do you know that we don't know? And she didn't say anything. And I was like, dang. I was like kind of like sad about it. But then she came back and gave us that bar. I was like, oh, that's something that says something right here. Plus the whole like conversation about that Masseria had with Rhaenyra and saying like
Rhaenyra. Yeah.
um bringing the dragon's head through the town and people not really seeing that as a victory and seeing it as a bad omen, and like her sending spies out now, and hopefully like they'll be able to turn up something as far as like what the people think and stuff like that. It's like it's going to be set up for something special. I know it, but I just don't know what it's going to look like. You know?
Yeah, it just feels like we might be giving the show more faith right now,
Yeah.
just knowing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was any other show, I'd be like, yo, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if they're gonna stick this landing.
Yeah. Especially for like how many episodes we've already had. Too.
Where are we at now? 5?
Like we're in the middle of the season. Yeah. At this point.
Okay, yeah.
So.
All right, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah.
Maybe they did need this slow episode
Mm-hmm.
to really set up the end.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that next Damon and Rhaenyra conversation, because she still misses him, but it's just like, okay,
Deep down, that's what she's doing with scrolling through them scrolls. Oh, and next episode we do get to see potentially if they get more dragons recruited. You know,
Yep.
since they're gonna be going through like the whole lineage and see who the Jon Snows are and go meet up with them.
It's another thing I wanted was because Bella turned down becoming heir of Driftmark. Is this where we see the other dude that pulled Corlys out the water step up and finally be able to become a true son now that Rhaenys is dead?
100%.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, not now that she can't find out, or
she know, but now it won't be as frowned upon.
Yeah. Now it's all
gone.
Cool.
Yeah,
because
which is
gone.
crazy. It's a crazy way to look at it, but it's how it's happening.
But okay. Bela, she knew. She gave that little hint. That just a little hint.
How did she know? I thought she was just saying that because she a true Targaryen.
Mama let him know, like, yeah.
I mean,
I feel like in Game of Thrones,
you know?
Yeah, like everyone deep down knows.
Yeah.
And kind of saying like I'm fire and blood, and then it's got to be by salt and sea. Yep. Like that's like a little hint. Like it can just mean him.
Yeah.
But deep down, it's like someone of yours. Like.
Yeah, like I thought that was more of a like he wasn't really rocking with me before anyway.
Yeah, I do think it's like multiple of that. But deep down, she is like a dragon. Like why would I pick the other team when I'm a dragon? Like come on, it's not even fair.
Yeah, like the sea is nothing compared to the air.
Yeah, I just don't think.
Scraping barnacles off boats. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? I got a dragon, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any closing statements about
was it the Eerie? They got the little mini dragons. I wonder what's gonna happen there. I can't remember their full storyline in Game of Thrones. I feel so bad.
That is the people that have the little lunar.
Yeah,
lunar door thing that drops people out of it.
Yeah, so hopefully we see something crazy over there too, because I did think it was gonna be just a nice little safe spot, but maybe not.
Yeah, I forgot that happened in this episode. I thought that happened in the last one, but they did have that conversation with.
It was just a lot of slow setup places everywhere slow setup, left and right. So. Yeah. That was episode 5, House of the Dragon. We still here.
They really be like testing people too. They be testing their gangster, bro. And it's like you gotta
complain about a dragon, like
yeah.
Come on now. Who else got a dragon? Right. Never mind. You get no dragon.
And she brought 4 there. Yeah. They're eggs, but they're there.
Yep.
And from what you said, I thought it was 3. But it was 4 eggs in there.
Yeah, it's 4.
So, and they were colored.
Yep.
So that could be those three, but I don't remember what happened to the other one.
It's gonna be the question.
You know?
Because for sure the 3 don't hatch.
Yeah.
But does that one hatch?
And where the heck did Drogon go, bro? I still want to know.
Ooh, that's yeah. Well,
That's
we
a
ain't gonna
Game of
get that
Thrones
answer for
question.
25 years.
Yeah, so that's a Game of Thrones question. Okay. So yeah, let us know what y'all thought of the episode in the comment section below. And we'll see what y'all got to say. Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
We talked about it a little bit on Netflix. Receivers has been going crazy. I think they finished up the season.
Yeah.
This is like the continuation of a show that I think we did talk about on the podcast. The quarterback.
Quarterbacks. Yeah.
And because of drama, quarterbacks didn't want to do it. They were wussing out. They pivoted to the receivers, and I wasn't a big fan of episode 1. I've only seen episode 1, but super excited to see episode 2. And then when I backed out to see how many episodes there was a full 8. So I think they did maybe like a week 1, week 2 type thing, but I'm cool with that. Like I'm definitely cool with that. More football content is always good because after this, I think I'm gonna start getting that football feeling. I'm gonna start going through all of the hard knocks, going through the training camp should be starting up.
Like 5 days from now,
Dang.
something like that.
And then within a month, we're gonna have preseason games. So yeah, it's football season, and hopefully, receivers is as good as everyone's talked about. Because at work, yo, it's just everyone's mind. Oh, receivers is the best show I've seen. It's way better than Hard Knocks. I'm like, all right. We'll find out. And then maybe that ruined episode 1 for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you came in with high expectations.
Yeah, it looks good, but
I've seen a preview.
Okay, yeah. But that's what I'm geeked about right now. How about you, G? What you geeked about?
It's Shark Week. Ooh ha.
Yeah.
I watched Meg 2, The Trench, and it was worse than the first one. I think really the main reason why I didn't like it as much because I feel like the first one was a lot more scientific based in the sense of like, yo, they're really trying to figure out and study the shark. And like you got the action scenes and the Jason Statham moments in between and stuff like that. But in the sequel, I feel like it was more theoretical when it came to the sharks, and it became like more of a
What, an action movie?
I don't want to say an action movie. It just became more like, well, yeah, I guess so. Like it just became more like, what's the word? Theater or theatrical? It became more theatrical. Yeah, in a sense of like, I don't really care if this makes sense. I think it would look cool if the shark did this or did that. You know, we're gonna add this animal here and this animal there. We're gonna have a prehistoric element to it that we don't really bring back or talk about at all. Like, because like in the first one, they got like they have an understanding of like, okay, we have the regular ocean and then this middle part, combination of like heat and different water temperatures and stuff like that, and it creates this like line that's like only specialized subs can go through unless there's like some type of force that kind of exposes everything to it, right? And all that kind of gets thrown out the window of like how like, yo, there's no way they can get up here anymore. But like, you know, things happen to where they can, essentially. And then it's just like, all right, now it's just erased. Like the first part was a lot cooler than the second part, but
okay,
you know, it's still pretty funny. has its moments, but overall is worse than the first one, which is pretty normal nowadays, you know. So,
Unfortunately.
but it was still like good to look at. Like it still looked crazy, bro. You know, and I can appreciate that. And then the other thing is, I started watching Hard Knocks, the
Oh,
giant one, and there's 2 episodes out. I was waiting for the third one, didn't drop. You
yeah,
know,
tomorrow.
it's like, what? Where's the schedule at, bro? Like, I need the next episode. But you know, it's cool seeing insight into different teams, and it really makes you think. Like, I guess storytelling is such a big thing, and like a key factor into these types of shows because the Kool-Aid is getting drank, bruh. You know, and even for like a team like the Giants, who will not do anything next year,
For sure.
will have you sitting there like, oh man, I don't know, they're getting kind of better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they might do
Yo,
something. Like, no. I
it's
don't
the
think that's,
football drug. It's
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But it's just like a formula that they just know how to make. And even like the Saquon Barkley drama, that, you know, they released the clip way early before Hard Knocks dropped. And it's just like, oh, how did they fumble this or whatever? And it was just more so of a situation where it's like very, very simple. He don't want to be there, and they don't want to pay him. So it's just like we finna let him go. Like they hyped it up so much, I'm thinking it's finna be some crazy payoff of like, no, y'all lied, y'all did this, y'all like a James Harden type situation. Like, but nah,
yeah.
it's not even that deep, bro. You know, um, but I just really like they were saying, how many Hard Knocks are out still? Like, do they just have
Well,
them up on
this is the
HBO?
first version of this one, and then they
Okay.
had the Miami Dolphin one for the in season,
Mm-hmm.
and then last year's off season was the Jets before Aaron Rodgers
I
tore his
heard.
ACL.
I watched
Yeah,
that one, I think.
yeah. That one, the problem with that one, the reason why they're pivoting to like these versions now is because there's no one
Instead
really
of doing a
plays in the
whole season.
preseason games. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that
preseason
makes
might go
sense.
away, so the
Mm-hmm.
narratives of that 53 man on the roster making the team and all this bittersweet, it doesn't add enough like punch
Yeah.
to make it worth it. Like everyone wants to see the stars. Everyone wants to see their
Mm-hmm.
favorite players or see what they were thinking when they were, fumbling the game winner or something like that, or trading Saquon Barkley. Like,
Yeah.
that's where the juice is at.
Never
No
see
one
Saquon in the episode.
just talking
Just a
about him.
phone call.
Dang.
Is he really worth this? Like, I'm like, bro, where he at? I want to see him. Like, all these highlights, and somehow everybody always, everybody always finds their way to get the highlights against the Cowboys, bro. I don't know what it is, man. We
Yeah,
always
they
get
just do it
somebody
for the
else's
views.
highlights. It's crazy, bro.
Just for the views.
But outside of that, I've been watching some anime. Nothing really too crazy. I'm still in the mix of One Piece. You know, it's just long, bro. Like I'm getting to that fatigue spot again,
Uh-oh.
where it's like this person has been chasing this person for like 20 episodes, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? When is this going to get like? I thought we were there, and then we weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like I really thought we was there. Like a couple weeks ago, I was like, "Yo, One Piece is
Yeah.
so lit," and it's
Yeah,
just like,
it's gonna be worth it. Once it's over,
yeah,
you'll appreciate all these moments, all these pods of talking about
yeah,
slowly making it through One Piece.
bro. I'm tired though, bro. Tired. But anything else? I gotta watch Inside Out, bro. I've
Shout out to
never
that movie.
watched that. You know? Did you end up watching the
So
second one?
not yet. I heard
Oh
it's one of
yeah,
the best movies ever, though.
yeah. They said it's the last great Pixar movie. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's only on the second sequel. There's probably gonna be 5 more. But
No, I hope not.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If y'all did, smash that like button down below for us. Hit the subscribe button for more, and we'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.